Yes, I am reusing this thumbnail. No, it is not clickbait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dallas Twi'lek Tactics. I am also recording this on May 4th, but it is not going to be released until tomorrow. So, hope you guys had a good May the 4th, if you're Star Wars fans. Now, in this video, we're going to be going into, or doing some deep diving into banners and possibly trying to sleuth out what's coming next. So this video is going to be a lot of looking at a spreadsheet that I have been developing. You saw this briefly in my This Week in Eternal Evolution video that came out yesterday. So I want to discuss some things because a lot of people in the community have been discussing when Northeon is coming back. Now, I think. Oh, that's the wrong window. I think I know what's going to happen, but I'm not 100% certain. This spreadsheet is totally, this whole thing, everything, right, is on the link or in the description of this video. It is in the description of every video. But basically, we're going to be, I'm going to kind of go over with you kind of what I have come to some conclusions and predictions. So what this is this over here to the far left is all of the historical banners. Now, I should probably go like this and put a line because everything below the line is speculation. And I'll blow this up so you can see it in a minute, but I just want to show you the layout. In the middle is the amount of weeks, all of the heroes, all the SSS heroes, and the amount of weeks that since they've come out. And we'll dig a little bit into this deeper. I'm going to have to blow this up and go through each section. And then over here is the chip stores. So, first of all, I think I want to start at the chip stores. So, scroll over. Now, if you are just listening to this, you're going to be missing out. This is pretty visual. So I'm sorry, but thank you for coming. So, chip stores. So what I've done over the last 3 weeks is I've started recording what's coming out. Now, there are some things you can take away from here. Combined with historical banner occurrences. So, over here, these characters, Daniel, Skura, Zeta, Mazrani, Crete, Emma, Ravenna, Azina, and Luke, seem to be permanent fixtures in the 1 week shop. So that's the banner that pops up and has a 7-day duration every week, right? Not the main hero banner, it's the secondary banner that the majority of you probably don't spend chips on. Now, in the chip shop from that, these characters seem to be in the shop permanently. And as such, I don't think now, and Daniel was a recent addition, I don't think you're ever going to see banners for these characters pop up again, given that they're in the store. Now, I have made this recommendation in the past. Devs, if this is the case, I would very, very highly recommend you drop their chips down to 60, their cost, from 120. If they're never going to have a banner where someone can pick up a copy for 60, it's not, I don't want to say fair, because there's nothing, fair is so subjective. I'd say, given that you're and I know a lot of people don't like that they release a new hero every 2 weeks. I do, because that's not a whole lot of new characters, new fresh heroes coming to the game. That's 2 a month. That's 24 a year. That's not a lot. That's really not a lot. I like that. I think that's good. Keep that up. And everyone in this shop, in my opinion, should be 120 chips. In my opinion, they'll get Luke out of here, since Luke shows up in the 1 week shop every week. Put up a better hero, a more exclusive hero in the 2 week shop. Now, so I don't think these guys are ever going to have a banner again. And who would you go? You'd want everybody, really. Daniel is fantastic, but since new players are going to acquire him fairly easily now that he is the week 2 banner, and you can get him up to about Legendary 0 or Legendary 1 very, very, very easily with minimal effort, makes sense that he would be here, and it makes sense that we'd never see a banner. Zeta is also in the starting rotation. Masrani's in the starting rotation makes sense. You really don't need a whole lot of banners to get him. You can just use gene hybrids. Crete again, you can get him high developed. Emma is a week 1. Ravenna is no longer in the starter rotation, which is interesting. Neither is Azina. Now, my gut on this is that we're going to get an energy hero very, very quickly that's going to bump Ravenna out of her place on an energy team. And Azina, for the most part, for hunters, is effectively useless as well. When we all started, like back in November when this game launched, Azina and Emma were a powerhouse duo. Now, in the tip of the spear hunter team, Emma doesn't even have a place. Emma's still good in, like, say, Disa Caves, but and some single multi-hit target, like an initial whale team in Guild Hunt. But Azina, Emma and Azina are kind of on the outs, or going on the outs. They're not totally needed. Even Skewer is not really needed. You don't use Skewer in, say, Crimson Abyss on a summoner team. You don't use Skewer in the Mirage space on a summoner team, because she's not really a summoner. She's more of a support for summoners, since her summon, if it dies, she dies, right? The only real place that you use Skewer now, at endgame, say, is the Turbine boss. And I think eventually we're going to get a summoner to replace Skewer on this team too. So I think Skewer shouldn't have a banner come back because of her limited use. Zeta, great tank. Great, fabulous tank. But she is also now in week, I said 3, but she's not. She's actually week 2 because she's with Daniel, I do believe. I think she's with Daniel. Could be wrong. I think yes, because week 1 is Emma and Luke. Luke, week 1. Luke is fabulous. I think he's good here. I don't think we should see a banner for him either because he's in both shops. And then these ones in bold, they always show up because they are the current banner, right? So Rickert, Panda, Bailey, they've all been the banners for these 3 weeks. As such, they're color coordinated. But they just show up when a banner shows up. And then if we look over now to the week 2 shop, you can kind of see that Luke was up on the Miranda banner, as well as Panda, Bada, and Rickert. So they showed up off banner, right? But not really, because Rickert's banner was up during this time too. It was Miranda and Rickert. So Rickert, I'm a little bit on the fence with. But it is interesting that Panda and Bada showed up in the 2-week shop when they did not have a banner up, which we'll get to that. Dominic, obviously, he was up when his banner was up. But they also gave us Anpu and Sorvali, right? So Anpu, I think, is getting ready to move over to the permanent spot on the 1-week shop. And now with that, it all works in my head. You guys are probably like, what is this guy talking about? I think Luke, if we go back to this, Luke shouldn't be here anymore. Luke should just get rid of him. Don't ever put him in the 2-week shop. Put someone that's a little bit more exclusive, which is a character over here in blue or purple or pink in here. Dominic, obviously he's going to be really exclusive. Miranda's going to be really exclusive because they're new. Sorvali, Anpu, Masrani, Bada, even Panda and Rickert to a degree, and Luke definitely have been out for a while enough now. I think that Panda and Rickert have a place staying here. I think Bada and Luke deserve to be over here for now, right? And I'm fully cool with once they move over here, don't ever give us a banner for them again. But I think for newer players, we should get one more banner each for Panda, Anpu, and Sorvali, right? So this table. So up top here are let's start at the bottom. These are characters that are now, that I said we'll probably never ever see a banner again because they are in the shop permanently, it seems. Again, EE, please make their cost a lot lower since they are old legacy SSS characters. Kind of odd calling them legacy given the game's only been out since November, but They are legacy. They're not as important. And again, like I said, Daniel, Crete, and Mazrani, you can get up to higher level evolutions. You should be able to finish them off really fairly painlessly with gene hybrids, right? And I do think you should. Luke and Skua are kind of a little bit more exclusive, but we're probably never going to see banner on them again. These are the newer ones, right? So as you see, Bada, it's been a while since we had a Bada banner, so I think we're going to get one more Bada banner before she is... Oh, we'll never get another one again. And then I think we'll get one more Ampu and one more Servali, one more Panda, before we never see one of them again. Because these characters, as is stated in this table, they have appeared in the shop off of a banner, right? So when they have not had a banner up, they do appear in the shop. But these ones, Bada, Ampu, Servali, and Panda, are showing up over here in the 2-week shop, which is a little bit more exclusive. So, you know, you can only get so many copies of them in a 2-week period versus the 1-week shop. 1-week shop refreshes, you can get another 2 or 3 or whatever it is. I think it's 3. I think you can get 3 copies. Don't quote me on that. But these ones in blue, Leo, Northeon, Guan Yu, Raceris, Miranda, Rickert, Dominic. And then I put Bailey on here just because he is very, very exclusive, and we did get a banner. These are characters that have never, and I did include Miranda in here even though she's really new, have never shown up in the shop off of a banner release. So these are the characters, in my opinion, that are most likely to have mid-week or mid-cycle banners. Okay? Makes sense? Why? Because of their exclusivity. I think that this game has a rotation where they return them every so often, and then they move into a permanent spot in the shop. I think we're going to get one more Bada eventually before she's permanently in the shop, because she does appear in the shop right now, just the more exclusive shop. Same with Ampu. He is, as of this last 2 weeks ago, Ampu showed up in the shop for chips. I don't know if he's ever been there before, but that is telling, as well as Servali, which is his counterpart. So you guys can kind of decipher all this, but this is just the data, and this is just how I'm relaying it. This is a little bit of ranty. Like, look at it, I've already been rambling for 12 minutes. And with this, I think a pattern appears. So we just got done with the assassins. So they'll come back in 2 months, right? We'll see banners again for them in 2 months. Miranda, very, very good character. She'll be back in a month and a half, probably. Guan Yu's the odd man out. Him and Bailey are kind of interesting. I could be happy with never seeing a Guan Yu banner again. He's not. He does have a place on a tank team against summoners, but other than that, I don't like him. He's got very limited uses. And then Bailey's weak at this point. Panda, great. Servali, great. Ampu, great. Bada, weak again. Which, you know, whatever. But these blue ones, I think, are gonna kind of go into this banner over here. You guys have seen this before. Other people have covered this table that I've made. So I have documented the release of every new hero, right? In green is their global release. In blue is the first time they came back as a return banner. And then pink is times they've showed up after their return banner. Now, if we look, this line is today, right? This line is today. If we look, the only character we have ever gotten, well, no, actually it's down here, because this line I think is when the devs can change up their plans. We've gotten only Ravenna, Daniel, and Azina as characters where we've gotten 3 banners for, right? So their initial global release, their initial return release, or their official global return, and then their a third return banner. Now, Ravenna, as I said, I don't think we're ever going to see another banner for Ravenna again. I don't think we're ever going to see another Daniel banner again. I don't think we're ever going to see another Azina banner again, because these characters, these 3, are now permanently in the 1 week shop. And I think based on this, we might actually get Bada this week, but I would love to see Leo get another banner and then never see him again. But to do that, I think we need another Vanguard. I'm all over the place. So I want to scroll down here right to the current thing, right? So we can see that they have a plan. Rosaris was released with Disa Caves because she is the key to Disa Caves X levels. Rickert came back when they released Sincero Marsh update, which really was Miranda up here. That was the key to the Sincero Marsh X levels. And then Dominic was the key to the Terradome X levels. So now what content can we get, right? So the major content upgrades have been released. Possibly the next content upgrade we're going to get is Ancient Altar. Don't know what we might need for that, right? Could be Energy, although Energy is kind of a Team 1. Could be Vanguard. I'm all over the place. So May 4th, that's today, we got Bailey. I gave Bailey a green because really this is his global release banner. We've never had a banner for him before. So what comes next? I think one of two situations is going to happen on May 11th. Either we're going to get a brand new Vanguard or a brand new Energy. The reason why I think it might be Energy is because Ravenna, I think, is on her way out on the Energy team, right? So, again, all over the place. If we look right here, bring your eyes right here to where I'm highlighting. These are all the SSS characters that have been released since launch. We've gotten 3 Assassins now, 3 Summoners, 2 Supports or 2 Healers, but we've only gotten 1 Tank, 1 Energy, 1 Hunter, and 1 Vanguard. These are new, right? New Hunters. Now, the Hunter PvP team is good but exclusive. Hunter, Energy, Tanks. Tanks are in a nice place. I think what we're going to get next is either going to be a Vanguard or a Energy. And the reason why I say this is based on all of the information we've already discussed. So Ravenna probably never getting a banner again, right? Because of possibly a new Energy character coming out that's going to replace her on the team. Now, Leo will not be replaced on a Vanguard team. Leo is currently the best character on a Vanguard team. He makes it go. But we only have the 2 SSS Vanguards, whereas we have lots of SSS. Actually, that's not true. We do have Guan Yu, but Guan Yu sucks. I think one of 2 things are going to happen. And again, keep that in mind. I think we're either going to get a Vanguard or an Energy next. Now, if we get, on May 11th, if we get a new Energy character, then we're probably going to get Northeon as the complementary banner. Why? Because in the past, you can kind of see, they haven't always done it, but Northeon was released with Ravenna, right? Energy. Rickert and Bada doesn't make any sense. Sorvali was released with Daniel. Summoner. Ampu Luke doesn't make any sense. Is that it, really? Rosaris and Sorvali, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, well, okay, it doesn't make sense. In my mind, I think they're going to release characters together. If you think of right now, we have Dom and Bailey up, right? So we have Dominic and Bailey. Miranda, no Energy with her there. Rosaris, we got her, Sorvali, and Daniel within the same 2-week period. Here we got Pandu. Oh, right here, another one too. Tank with a tank. Panda with Zyda. Up here we got Northeon and Ravenna. Here we got Rickert, Bada, and Leo in the same 2-week period. No real association there. No real synergy there. Sorvali, Daniel, obviously synergy. Ampu, Luke, and Crete. Crete was weird to see Crete come back as a banner. But we did have Skewer and Hattie come out right before Ampu. And then we had Bada and Azina come out with relative close. Anyway, it's all over the map. There's a little bit of a pattern there, but I'm probably stretching, probably reaching for stars here. But I think we're either going to get a Energy with Northeon, or we're going to get a new Vanguard with Leo. And if we get another Leo banner, I think they're going to move him over to the 1 week chip shop, and I don't think we'll ever see another banner for him again. You'll have to purchase him because there's only so much space for new banners. And now the reason I'm leaning towards Vanguard, and the reason why is because, and this could be totally fake, guys, totally fake, but this image was supposedly leaked to a member of my alliance, and it was leaked to many people, or I don't know who got it first, but this image got leaked. Don't know if it's real. I'm not saying it's real or not, but it looks like a Vanguard hero with the 2 swords, you know, typical like Leo with the 2 swords. It looks like a Vanguard to me. Now, the reason why I have Leo down here is previously this is kind of the same art that they've released as a teaser for Leo. Now, the art styles are completely different, but back then, remember, keep in mind, this was December when they gave us Leo. Their art has gotten a lot better. Like, if you look at some of the stuff for Daniel, for some of the skins and stuff, the teasers they've given us have been better. But if this is real, if this is the next SSS Vanguard that's coming out, we might get him on May 11th. And given the fact that they have usually, or often, I'd say often, paired Vanguard, or the same class of hero together, we're going to get Vanguard Leo or a new energy that replaces Ravenna and Northeon. And then Northeon, I think, will come back again. Because remember, I think that these ones, as soon as they hit pink, it means they've come back. That's their 3rd banner. Then they're gone permanently. And this will be Leo's 3rd banner. Which is why I think they want to get him in now to make room. So I think this next week's going to be this new Vanguard, if this is real, and Leo. And then the next 2 weeks after will be, or so whatever that is, May 25th, will be the new energy and Northeon. So free to play. I'm sorry. You're going to either get a Leo or a Northeon in May. Which makes sense given that both of these, you see, if it is a Northeon on May 11th, it'll be 10 weeks since his banner. But Leo is more it's been longer, and I think that free to play needed a chance to get a Leo quick. And yeah, I think that he is going to be the next one, and then we'll never see a Leo banner again. He's going to move to the 1 week chip shop, and you're going to have to get him strictly from chips, which takes us all the way back to the beginning, and this is how we're going to end off. Eternal Evolution, if this is what you're doing, and I think it is, as soon as a character, like, I'd say these ones, right, Panda, Bailey, and Rickert, characters that are released with that banner, it doesn't make sense for them to be really cheap because they're getting a copy for 60 from Pity. Make them 120, but these characters that you move to permanent chip shop status, make 60, right? Make 60 so that if we're never going to see a banner return again for them where we can spend 60 tickets to acquire a copy, make them 60 tickets in the shop. It's only logical because right now they're overpriced. They're way, way, way overpriced. And there is precedent for characters costing different values in the chip shops. If we look here, no, these ones are all 85. But if we look at the basic shop, you see some of these characters, namely Artis and Xander and Oysa, are 120 versus the rest are 85. Oysa being the best out of the 3, in my opinion. So there is precedent for them costing different prices. Now this shop, keep Bailey at 120. Whatever the current banner hero is that warrants them being in the chip shop, make them 120. But all of these legacy characters make 60, because to spend 120 chips on a Xena copy is absurd. Absolutely absurd, in my opinion. Like these ones, look at these are 80, right? These are the supplementary characters on there. I I think even 80. Someone would spend 80 limited chip tokens, limited ticket chips, I should say, on Taylor is absurd. These shouldn't even be here because you can get them elsewhere. But I understand maybe it gives people more opportunity, but do not make them 80. Drop Luke, drop Crete, and I've said it again. Drop all these legacy characters down to 60. You know, you're not giving away Daniel because you're pretty much giving away free Daniels in the new starter experience. And if a character, say a new player just missed the change, and we're never going to see a Daniel banner again, and this is the only way he can get him, it doesn't make sense. It's not right, in my opinion, to make a new player that missed him due to developmental decisions have to pay $120 to get an initial copy. And you know, if people want to spend their chips in here, which I don't recommend, because then they're not gonna have enough for gene hybrids, but still it's giving them a chance to, instead of spending a gene hybrid to get an old character up there, like I would recommend people still get Ravenna up there, but I wouldn't recommend. She's so down on the list for gene hybrid use that you're probably not gonna want to. You're never gonna get around her again. Whereas if she costs 60 chips, maybe you pick up a copy here and there, right? So, I don't know if this all made sense. I've just kind of been rambling my way through. It makes sense in my head. And again, that sheet is linked in the description of this video. You can look at it yourself and come to your own conclusions. A lot of spitballing, a lot of theorizing in there, but it looks like, to me, it looks like there is a pattern evolving. And again, I just want to reiterate, yeah, the game's been out since November. It's still a fairly new game. That's what, 6 months? 7 months? I think May would be the 7th month then, right? 7 month, yeah. But yeah, make characters, the old SSS, make them, just drop their price down, please. Oof, okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up right there. I don't know if you guys are going to like this. If you did, what do I want to use as a word? If you did enjoy this, if I made sense, if I didn't just ramble my way through that, put giraffe as the word of the day down in the comments, and I'll know that you enjoyed this and you thought that it was relevant and I wasn't just rambling all the way through. So, giraffe in the comments for that. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Cheers. Peace. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.